So find us on Facebook and chat with us there. Okay, let's talk about the floral and pearl bead necklace. Oh, this is so stunning, Scott. We have
So,
choices of 18, 24, and 36 inches in this one. Tell me about it.
so 10 years into the brand, one of the most requested elements that we get asked for as a gemstone are pearls. And we wanted to team up and find and cultivate the highest in the quality. So you're going to absolutely love the quality of these cultured pearls, but I wanted to bring more of an artisan feel to it. So many people will own that perfect, and normally it's one of the first pieces you get, that beautiful strand, and then sometimes you go into the more that Coco Chanel of like the long draped of just all that very that luxe of all those pearls. What I wanted to do is take you to our artisan village, and I wanted to show you what we can do with pearls. So we've married it with the most beautiful carvings of this floral
Oh, they're
texture.
so gorgeous.
I mean, can you see the level of detail? So first off, just the weight of them. Isn't that beautiful? I mean,
Yeah,
look at the toggle. I
I
mean, Kirsten,
know.
when was the last time you saw a piece of jewelry that, in all sincerity, and we're friends, but when was the last time you saw a piece where just as much attention is done
To the top,
on,
to the
yes,
clasp. Right,
yes,
exactly. You want to
I
wear it
mean,
backwards.
yeah, no, completely. And that's what I love about what we do is no, there's not a millimeter that's not touched by our artisans. Every single
Look at those
element is used to
flowers.
tell a story. So the flowers originally were inspired, please do not quote me, I believe it was 2015. And I went to I did the Golden Triangle of India. So from New Delhi down to the Taj Mahal through Jaipur, and 2.5 weeks traveling. And while I grew up in South Florida with a mother who absolutely adored flowers, and for her it was the opportunity to teach us about faith. And it was because, as she would say, we would go out to our garden, we would plant our seeds, and every day we would go out there to tend to them. So you would water them. And as a kid, I remember saying, Mom, I go, first off, how do you know where the seed was? You mean, and like, why are we going out there? Nothing's coming up. And she said, she goes, well, what if I said the same thing about you? You mean, she goes, what if it was the same thing that I've been here nurturing and teaching and watering you, and I'm not seeing the growth that I need to see? So she said, that's the beauty of a garden. She goes, you go and you water and you give it love and you take care of it because you have faith that it will grow. And for her, flowers were that symbol of faith, and it was a symbol of hope for a better tomorrow because you knew that at any time it could blossom. And Mom would always say this too, and think about this with your kids, Kirsten. And when I would get frustrated with my siblings, she would say, Scott, you're all flowers. I go, Mom, come on, give me something else but that. And she
Oh,
says, you all bloom in your own time.
oh, that's so beautiful. It's so funny that
So,
you talk about that. My daughter Georgia she's very into flowers. She's my little farmer girl. And she was actually out planting today,
yep.
planting all of her flowers and tending to the garden. And she's so not like me because I don't have a green thumb, and she absolutely does. And when we were in Paris, and I thought of you in Paris, I just got back a couple of weeks ago, and I was seeing Jay places, and I kept on wanting to text you and call you. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's just as beautiful here as it is at home. But the
Yes.
flowers there and the flower shops, and there's something so beautiful about this combination of the flower and the earth and then the pearl. I mean, it's
Yes.
stunning.
And the pearl is such a feminine gemstone, that
Hmm.
queen of the ocean. And the legend states when Venus came out of the water, all the water that dripped off of her became the pearls into the ocean. So that legend that goes through, but this is such a great way to create an updated version of a pearl necklace. So you're
Right.
getting that beautiful strand, but then you're getting the individual, all of the silver beads are 8 millimeters, and they're individually carved by our Master J artisans. And the depth and the touch that they have to go, we call it soulful craftsmanship because we say it starts in the head, goes to the heart, and out the hands.
That's so
And
true.
that's that craftsmanship that you love. But to be able to get that level of concentration and the technique to give you those highs and lows. And then when it's all said and done, it's 8 steps to make one bead. And that last step is you do the hand applied oxidation and then they're hand polished to bring you those highs and lows.
Wow.
So while you may love pearls and while you may collect pearls, the goal was to give you that artisan pearl. I wanted to take you through Asia with me, and this would be like that strand that you would find in that antique market that would just have a story, and you would wonder who was the woman who had this pearl necklace. And now this is the opportunity for you to have that gorgeous strand with all those sterling silver floral beads as well.
We have the 18, we have about a dozen left in the 24, and then we also have just super special in the 36, only about 3 dozen left there in the 36. It's about $217 less depending on what size you get. 5 easy payments is available to you. Pay for it over the next 5 months as opposed to just once. But don't miss it, especially if you're somebody who just loves and appreciates pearls, or you have a special gift that you need to give, or as we've been talking about, that floral aspect and the way that works its way in, and the theme of that. What a special, I mean, there's no other jewelry out there like Jay. It's like you said, every single part of it is touched and has a story. It's so different than anything you'll ever find.
And I appreciate it because I want to create works of art that tell each of our individual story. And that's the beauty of I always say, my dad used to always say, you've never met a stranger, Scott, and that you walk into great luck every day of your life. So I look at my life that I have the ability to travel the globe. And my goal really is to share the stories of artisans from villages around the world. And then I get to bring those stories to life with our artisans. And there's a culture that has been passed down from generation to generation. The same struggles we have here in the States, where so many kids just want to go straight into technology, and we're losing a lot of our old school skill sets. And we're losing a lot of those artisanships. That's the same story going throughout, especially in Thailand where it makes our jewelry. So you only get a handful of these younger generations who have been taught by their grandparents this way of telling stories with their hands. So to be able to get jewelry that has not only the highest quality, so anytime you see Jay, if it's silver, it's always solid. If it's gold, it's always solid 14 karat gold. And if it's gemstones, it's always genuine gemstones. What we do with that is create it into a unique piece of art that you will have for a lifetime.
We have the 18, the 24, and the 36, but very limited in everything that we have here. 5 easy payments for you and a clearance sale price. So once it's gone, it is completely gone. That's just so, so pretty.